Hello, not yet loyal, but hopefully sometime in the future will be listeners, and welcome to the first ever episode of the AnOtakuInJapan podcast. If you are listening, you have either A, stumbled upon this by accident while seeking information about Japan, or B, and more likely, I have physically tied you to a chair, taped headphones into your ears, and forced you to listen to my incessant babbling. Either way, thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you'll stick around to enjoy this journey with me. Now, feast your ears on the intro jingle. Alright, so this episode, the first ever episode of the AnOtakuInJapan podcast, is just going to be a very short and very sweet introduction to what this podcast is going to be all about. So firstly, my name is Hayden, current Australian expat, residing in Japan for over 3 years now. And these podcasts are being made with the intent to deliver you, the listener, some short, digestible, bite-sized factoids and tidbits on all the things you probably didn't even know you wanted to learn about Japan. The podcast will cover history, language, culture, personal anecdotes, and hilarious stories. The podcast will entail 3 different segments, so really it's more like 3 different podcasts under the moniker of AnOtakuInJapan. The first segment is going to be all about your Japanese history and culture. The second is going to be about some of the stranger things that prevail in Japanese society. And the third is going to be all about Japanese myths and legends, such as yokai. The podcast itself will be available through iTunes and on YouTube for you to peruse at your leisure. To stay up to date with the podcast, you can either subscribe to the RSS feed through iTunes, or subscribe to the YouTube channel, or like the Facebook page, or better yet, why not do all 3 and grant me some added meaning to my meandering existence. So, I digress. That this is all for the introductory episode. I hope you'll check out at least one episode of each of the segments and see if any of it is to your liking, and hopefully you will be wanting to buy what I'm selling. Metaphorically, of course. It's all free. Please do. So, and until next time, fellow Japanophiles and aficionados, mata ne.